Welcome back to Good Morning, Enid. Thanks for watching us. At the round table with us today, we have Chris Chastain. I think, did I say it correctly, Chris?
Perfect.
Thank you for being with us today. Chris is going to talk to us about Autism Awareness Month and how this particular topic is so important in his life. So, Chris, again, welcome to Good Morning, Enid.
Thank you.
Welcome. Now, for many of our viewers out there, some people still may not know what autism is. Can you give us a brief synopsis of what that is?
Yeah, it has to be brief because I could talk forever on. But it's basically a brain development disorder that affects hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people every year. It affects their social abilities, their communication, and it's something that we've got to get a hold of.
Okay. So you're a parent of an autistic child, correct?
I am, yes.
And his name is Trip?
Trip.
Okay. Now, what signs and behaviors did you notice in Trip, and how old was he when when you saw the disorder?
Well, we really started noticing it when we started missing milestones.
Okay.
Short, early on, 6, 8 months. Then there was really no communication. There was no playing with toys correctly. He would rather watch cartoons all day long than play with his toys. And we knew something was wrong, and so that's when we started really trying to focus in on what it was, because we didn't know what it was at the time. We didn't know where he was at. But we knew that we needed to seek some help and seek some medical advice.
Now, Chris, did your doctor recommend it for you to maybe have him tested? How old was he when he finally, got to see that first doctor that maybe said, hey, I think we can make a diagnostic explanation for this? Or
Well, when we started noticing the missed milestones and noticing that there was something a little off, that's when we started seeking medical advice, medical help. We were in and out of different
doctors
and specialists, and we finally got a diagnosis when he was 4 years old of autism.
Okay.
And so, that was, all right, let's giddy up. This is where we're going.
And I would say that that's actually early, and it's a good thing because I've heard also that some people get diagnosed when they're in 3rd grade, 4th grade, because that's when some of the signs become more visible, perhaps.
Right. Right. Well, he has a sensory processing disorder as well, and so that led to probably more of us intervening earlier than normal because of the sensitivity to sounds and look at Walmart. I get overloaded at Walmart.
Oh yes,
so,
I think we all do.
Yeah.
It's a busy place, right?
Yeah. So what therapies have been successful with him, or treatments?
At school, he receives speech, occupational therapy, which he does very well at. He loves his occupational therapist, his speech teacher. But we really get a lot of benefit out of Benny's barn as well,
Yes.
the horse therapy.
Yeah.
And it just, the gait of the horse and the cadence, I think it just is a calming effect on him. And so we do that once a week, and he gets, a lot of his therapies in school, and our service dog has been the most therapeutic thing for him.
Okay. As far as the education, what school does he attend? What kind of school does he attend?
Well, he is mainstreamed in regular kindergarten at Hoover. Hoover is I can't say enough good things about the way Hoover helps with children like him try to mainstream and socially get interacted with other kids and learn what friends are,
As far as the education, does he receive any other special curriculums or services?
Well, we are on an IEP program with through the school system, and we meet twice a year to discuss concerns or questions and adjust IEP as he matures and things change. We all change as we get older.
Yeah.
And so, you know, everything is kind of fine-tuned at those meetings.
Now, Chris, for those that may not be familiar with the IEP program, isn't that when they create just a program that suits your son's needs,
Right.
so that he can learn at his own pace? And
Right.
is that it? Or-
That's exactly correct. It's, I believe it's called an individualized education plan.
Okay.
So it's individualized. I mean, every specialist there at the school, the speech teacher, the occupational therapist, we all convene, and it's like a mass meeting of the minds to see
Wow.
where we're going to go with this little
Yeah.
dude.
And now, you've mentioned that you're very satisfied with the school program and with the services that are being provided to your son. What do you find most challenging, though, about raising a child with autism spectrum disorder? I know that's a loaded question.
It's pretty difficult because
Yeah.
you know there's a lot of things that's difficult. You know, for instance, being able just to jump in the car and travel, jump in the car and do something totally different than what you normally would do. I think that's the most difficult. But on the same token, I get to do a lot more things that other people don't get to do. You know, that is pretty tailored to us. So,
Right.
So
he likes his routine. Basically, that's
loves
it.
his routine.
Okay.
It's a routine environment at our house.
Yeah.
As much as it can be. With
Yeah.
a 6 and a 4-year-old, but.
So do you feel like there are enough resources in the Enid community to help your child with autism? And if not, what do you feel that needs to be in this community?
I think this community has gone above and beyond what they need to do for the special needs community. With 4R Kids, with Leonardo's is that's a pretty awesome place.
Yeah, it's really great.
But when we received, or before we received my son's service dog, we had to raise the money. We had to fundraise for the money because it's not just a purchase outright
Right.
Service. And when we started the fundraising process, the community it came out in droves to help us. And so that was overwhelming to us, just to know that.
That is a blessing. And Chris, before we go, I do want you to just share with everybody what you were telling us, that your 4-year-old daughter, Quinn, did I said that correctly?
The 6-year-old.
Trip is 6 and Quinn is 4,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That she plays with your son,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And she bosses him around, and it's a true blessing because she just plays with him.
Oh, yes. Sometimes we just sit back and she does the disciplining for us with Trip. And and it's kind of funny because Trip has, a lack of communication skills, but he tries so hard.
Oh,
and
that is
so
sweet.
last night, as a matter of fact, we were in our bedroom and Quinn was walking down the hallway and he says, "Where is she? Where is she?" And we're like, "Bub, come on in here." We thought he was just scripting, which people in the autism community knows what scripting is. And sure enough, she was sitting outside of our door because he told on her for the first time. So that was
Wow.
check mark. So
Okay. Well, before we leave, can you tell any parents that may have an autistic child, can you have any advice for them that may just be coming to the realization that their child is autistic?
you're going to go through all the grieving stages. You're going to go through denial. Until you get to that acceptance, it's going to be extremely difficult. But just hang on, because it's an awesome ride.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you for coming today.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you
you.
very much, Chris.
Thank you.
And our regards to your family, and I'm sure that you're gonna be having fun this weekend as well with the kiddos.
Absolutely.
Picking up some Easter
Eggs.
eggs. Yeah. Thanks again.
All right, thank you for watching at the round table, and we'll be right back after this.